Alright, hello and welcome to Senalux. Hopefully this actually records on OBS. It's a laser puzzle game. Obviously we've got level 1 to begin with. But, you know, I'm always interested in these things, right? So am I using arrow keys? Am I using the mouse? How am I controlling this? WASD? Beam direction? Yeah. Okay, so I click the mirror and it will rotate it. Okay, so that was the hardest introduction ever without knowing how to do anything. Collected 3 of 3 shards, used 1 element. Okay, let's continue. Right, so we click the mirrors until we can see. Basically, we've got to get the beams to the right things in the right colour. Okay, so obviously I'm going to have to go... That's not going to work. That'll work. That'll work. Right, so we're going to bounce, bounce. Bounce. No. Or like that. We didn't need to use all the things, so I clicked that and didn't even need to click that one. So, I mean, we used 4 elements. I didn't need to use that many. Well, I mean, did we get more points if we used more elements? I don't know. Right, so obviously... Why did I click play again? Right, that could have blown ourselves up. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. There's probably... Maybe you get more points if you use more of the elements. I mean, it's like 1 plus that, 3. I don't know what that means even. Right, so 3 elements is the goal, I guess. But can we do it? Right. Obviously that refocus it. You saw it got stronger there. Yeah, easy. 3 elements. No problem. So I guess you can make the beams even stronger. Okay, so 3 elements. I hate... They're in the wrong order to me. Natively, the one on the right is continue and the one on the left is, you know, play again. But that's just me. Alright, so let's reset that. I don't know if you get punished for that, but it feels like... Right, so that refocuses it. There we go. Easy. Easy wins. Oh, these are fixed. Maybe not. There we go. 6. We use 6. So, you play again's on the wrong side, just for me, just saying. Right, so now we need to get into 2 goals. But yeah, I mean, I play puzzle games. I'm good at them. I know how to do them. Right, that's that one. So this is obviously this one. Use everything in the map. Obviously there are different colours and you can combine... Oh, fuck me. Combine them! The perfect timing! Different colours. It's almost as though, you know, it's like... It's designed to be... Right, I can't quite get the angle I want on that one. Designed to be at that point in time to do it, but it's going to get more complicated with more colours and more variety on the map than just, you know, get 1-to-1 exit. Oh, that's fixed. Okay, so we need to do it in 3, so that would suggest that no, we don't do it that way. That's fixed again, so it's like that's never going to work. So in that instance, I mean, you can't do it in 3 like that, but you can't do it in 3 like that either, unless you can move them and drag them, which you can't. Can we change? You can't change the angle on that either. So I don't think it's possible to do this in 3. Or, maybe it is. Because the light was staying. Okay. So we can build up a perpetual loop that holds the lights. But what do we do from that then? Because, I mean... No, that just kills it. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back down that route. See if I can combine a different perpetual sector, right? So we're using 5. I don't know. Does it make a difference? Does it matter how many we use? And obviously I can kill it. Use 1 element! Oh, we cheesed it. We cheesed it. Double blue. So I mean, we're learning cheeses. Like brie and other things. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that one in a perpetual loop at the moment. Okay, if I can just get it around that. But that would suggest that this is the one that we use. Not enough power! Cheese! Oh. I guess we need both on at once. We can't just have it turned off entirely. I'm not going to click play again this time. Okay. This time we've got some movable ones. Yes, okay. I mean, clearly it was this. I was thinking there, but then I thought, nah, can't be. Right. And in this one, it would clearly be there. Right, easy. So slowly teaching you the different mechanics. Okay, so we've got 4 placeable ones, but these are ones that are already in there. I mean, 1 would easily be that. But we also need it to split, which is... No, we don't, do we? I mean, all we need to do is... That does go through there. But... Okay. I'm not quite getting the angles I want on them. I mean, that would then suggest that we can just get rid of that. And turn it into that. Easy. Then we can just take it off the map entirely. 10 levels. Okay. Right, well, that's the only angle that works. That feeds it back into itself. That feeds into that, which also feeds it back into itself. Okay, somehow that allows light to just travel through it, seemingly. Okay, so that solves one. Right, that's got to clearly go there. These are different angled lights, aren't they? Okay. So because they're different angles, it matters to the refraction to get the beam to work. And then that one, because it's a different angle, of course, will allow us to actually get to where we want to go. Perfect. You just got to think smart. Okay, are we missing something here? Oh shit, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that does mean that I need to switch something out. Right, so that one needs to switch with that one. Then that can get that angle. That was okay, the way it was. There we go. Don't celebrate with your tea until you've finished it. Okay. Well, I mean, we could easily... Right. Elements for 3 shards, but we use 10. I could obviously do it better, but I will not. Okay. So, we've got a perpetual cycle now in the middle. And I'm going to keep that in the middle. Just because it's fun. Okay. So, where do we need to go? We need to... That's the fixed one. So these just rotate forever. They never seem to reflect it back. So we need to begin a reflection that gets it out there. And then that one would take to that. Perfect. Then we need to essentially do the same again. No, we can't do what I was hoping to do. I want to see if I can bounce it in the middle, but I can't. Not like that, at least. I mean, with some complicated refractory, I might be able to. Well, clearly that never is going to be that one. I mean, yes, that hits the target, but I kind of wanted to see if I could get it to refract in there. Okay, so what am I missing then? That one. Now, unfortunately, there is no way to do that like that. Okay. If I had the right mirror, I need that other type of mirror though. I mean, yeah, that works there. But then, this one obviously doesn't work here. I mean, with some complicated finagling, I could probably get this to work. I mean, also, if I stored up the potential energy. Okay. Then all we would need to do is release the potential energy at the right point in time. Not quite. Yeah, that really doesn't work like that. Okay. So I'm gonna re-beam. Okay, so we've got a stored beam there. Okay, we've got another stored beam. This isn't the solution at all, I can pretty much guarantee you. Right, so we've got a spare pad at the moment. Okay. So we're just going to store a huge re-beam. Let's get that re-beam back on. That's not going to work. Okay. So we still need to get to there. And obviously I'm just making a big mess of these laser beams right about now. Right, let's just start over because we're making a huge mess. That one is good. That one is in a perpetual cycle for a while. It was just a long cycle. Okay, so that's a perpetual. But it's not a perpetual that we want. That will work. That eliminates some refractories. Then we've just got this to deal with. I feel like if I give that the right angle. Are there any spare ones that we can throw out here? Ah, if only I pulled off one more, we'd have probably got... No, it says 9 shards, but you used 10. Yeah. Okay, so basically we just need to rotate these to flip to each other. As you can see, we create yellow. We can create other colours. Okay. Green. Red. I don't know why we're reflecting that permanently, but it's an extra bit we don't need. Okay, so we've got a white. Here's where we've got to design it to go through that, otherwise it won't work. So we need to turn it green. And once we have it green, it can go in. Again, I don't know what beam direction does. It doesn't seem to do anything for us. What's the point in that button? Okay. So 3 shards. Again, I don't know what the shards are for. Just stars, I guess. You know, it's like... Maybe now you're going to let me change the beam direction. Okay, so that one just also rotates. You can see it's got a rotator. And then we throw this through the blue just because it becomes green. Yellow plus blue is green. You got to know your colours. Okay, so green. The Force Awakens. Unfortunately, it's not going to let me rotate as well as I would like. Is that? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Right, none of these rotate again. So I can turn it into white. Also white, I can turn it into yellow. I can turn it into turquoise. I can keep green. I can just fire the blue into the blue. And you do understand that this is exactly what I'm wanting, right? Not just accidental. Okay, so that's never going to work like that. That's... would if it was the right angle. It's unfortunately not the right angle that we need. Okay. So in that instance then, we would want blue to go there. Green, maybe. Okay, so we can get green in. But not blue, like that. Okay, if I could build up the perpetual blue. Well, we can't. These angles aren't quite ideal for me. None of these rotate. So that isn't ideal. So what I somehow need to do is to get them to rotate off each other in a different manner. I mean, I can just get red directly up there, which is smart. I can just get blue to do that. But then it's green that's the issue. Because green doesn't want to just be nice. Unless, you know, is this a different type of angle? It is. So we don't even need that. And we take them all off the board again just to cheat. You got to demonstrate that you can cheese it, right? Okay, so blue plus yellow makes green. Easy. But we don't want to go through purple because purple narrows it. I mean, blue plus purple makes a darker blue. A deeper shade of blue, and it narrows the laser. You can see that it's become too thin to go through yellow again. So yellow needs to go through there. That's the wrong angle, isn't it? Steeper angle to get through purple to make it red. Perfect. Okay, so you You know, I just need to divert you before you ever go through that. Of course we want this angle because it's less steep to make it actually go through. But we're looking for green. The green meanie. We need a tight one to make it green. I think that's a tighty again. Then a loosey. The gamer. No. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't going the angles that we want. Oh, I can move these ones that are already on the field, right? Okay, take everything off the field. It feels like there's got to be a better way to get into that. I mean, yellow. Again. Is there a more direct path, maybe? Okay, so that turns it red. Then I can get up there, but again, you know. Okay, so that's a good position for red. Then I need you to turn blue. Yeah, I feel like this is the best one, but if I put it there, it goes through it easier. Okay, unfortunately I actually need that there for that angle. So if I turn it into a looser one, it's going to work better. Okay. I mean, if I put that there, that goes into green, but it cuts us off, which is awkward. I mean, we can fire our own laser into it with very difficulty. Words, yes. Perfect English. Very difficulty, much wow. Okay, so this isn't going to work like this. Like, you are terrible, actually. Okay, so that one again, it's not a perfect solution. It seems messy. There we go. Okay, tidy. What we wanted. Tidy solutions. Okay, you're not even in use. To reflect it back perfectly, and then give it a tidy, neat way into the ends. Perfect. 4 elements used. Again, just that little bit of cheese at the end, just to garnish with cheese for the fun. Okay, so we need a green and a red. Okay, we already have a red, so we don't even need to really do a lot with that. We just need to navigate it through the fields to survive. Okay, done. Green. I mean, I can just get the green through there, but if I do that, it doesn't survive. Okay. So that would keep it green. Stays green. Can't put the button over those. Okay. That solution just isn't going to work. That's step 1 for sure. I mean, I feel like, why do you die? Does green light die to red light? Okay, so if we keep it red. And then if I do that. Maybe if I do it there, it might work. There we go. Okay. Then I just somehow need to get green through that, which is never going to work because I've blocked it off the path to the green for sure. Unless I go round the back, but again, that's never going to work at all. There's two opposite ends of the spectrum. I feel like if we start with green first, okay, let's get green through. Well, obviously that's the wrong one. And then if I do that, with that, green gets through but red gets cucked. Which isn't ideal. Can I split green and turn it into another colour that becomes red? Okay, so that lets us have two different colours, but it also terminates it. That still terminates it. That still terminates it. And I feel like I need to pass the green through there. For sure. So green passes through green. Lit up. Perfect. If I go through reds, you get terminated on that. So that's never going to work. If I go through that, that kills it. I mean, it stops the right colours, so it's not ideal. I mean, that passes into there, but it also terminates the green because it's got two colours going in, so it cancels it out. It's a shame we can't place on top of that. Right, if I make you narrower, blue cancels it. Yellow, it survives. I feel like this one wants to be steep. But unfortunately that kills it. Okay, so that works. If I make that steep, that'll work. It's a very obscure, awkward, complicated methods. I got 5 out. I just wasn't quick enough. If I was quicker at pulling them out, I mean, yeah, there's a proper solution to it, but who cares? It's more fun to pull it out. Pulling out isn't an effective means, for sure. Okay, so we need blue, we need reds, and we need green. Okay, so yellow through that does make reds. Obviously a greater understanding of colours helps. Right, that cancels it out. It's unfortunate that we don't have the steeper angles. Okay, so we got blue. Now we just need to reflect it in. Unfortunately, use every single mirror under the sun. We took out a couple of elements at the last seconds. It worked. Who cares? This will probably be patched and fixed, I can imagine, because I'm abusing it heavily. But, you know, whilst it's there, enjoy. You have learned how to cheese the game. Right, okay, so we need to, again, change the colour of that. Now, ideally, we do that, but that breaks reds. So, I guess we'll need to repath reds and make it not as easy. Okay, so that's an easy one. Then we also need to get yellow through there, which, again, requires passing it through that. Which completely blocks reds, which is not really going to work, is it? So, I mean, in that instance, we need to work out how to get through without breaking the puzzle. Okay. So I think in all instances, red needs to traverse like that. Yellow needs to traverse through there. No, I need a steeper one. Or not. I just probably need to just change the angle. There we go. Okay, so we got that through. Red can also do the same magic trick. Then I need to get you through this awkward mess of puzzles. Without disrupting what I've already created, which is not going to work at all. Literally. And there is no path through that. At all. Which is unfortunate. I mean, while we can make that into an infinite loop of blue. It's not really ideal, unless we can keep it in a better cycle. I need more blue as well. Way more blue than that. But, you know, maybe that is a solution, is to get an infinite loop. Right. Yellow uses a loss. I don't like it. Right, let's start with you, because you're being awkward. Then I need to navigate you without disrupting red. Right, red's awkward. Red needs a steeper one. Okay, so we got red sorted without disrupting that. That lets us get blue through. Then yellow is cucked by that. I still need to get yellow through there. Which is unfortunate. Because that breaks that. Because now blue isn't going to work. I mean, I could remove that and get blue to go through. But again, that's broken. That just repeats on itself, so that doesn't work either. This is a tough one. Okay. So if I never disrupt red, red can go straight through. Then I just need to divert these both through that. But not together, which is the awkward part. They need to separately divert through that. But if I want to create them with two beams with one thing, that doesn't work. I mean, if I do that, if only that was a steep one. To have any more steep ones. Because if I had a steep one, I could turn that into redirected energy through there for sure. But I do not. Okay, so that gets green. Green is through there. Green gets there. That's correct. Now it's just you, awkward. Okay. Awkward, awkward, purple. Unfortunately, that breaks everything. That breaks everything. And I have no way of diverting it straight down without that. But then I need another director. I mean, it's a messy, awkward mess of loops to keep feeding it, but it clearly doesn't work. I mean, we could make a super purple and feed the super purple into the blue and try and get a super blue. Okay, so super purple is the way to go for now. Okay, so we got more of a blue. And if I remove that, does that give us even more of a blue? No, it just makes it more super purple. But if I remove that, it fires into the blue. That's not working, clearly. Are you a steep angle? I feel like you're a steep angle. If I remove the steep angle for the mess. Right. I mean, that's unused. That we might use. Almost. I mean, if I get that there. It's not working, is it? Yeah, there's no way to make that work any better. I move that up there, it breaks it. If I move it there, it just breaks it. I mean, literally, there's no way of doing that without breaking it. Which means that doesn't work because that refactors through there. Okay, so that gets green in a different angle. But that really wouldn't work because it blocks off blue way too much. In fact, it completely blocks purple off the map entirely. Right, purple's the problem. Red is also a problem. But again, if I start like that, you know, that's blocked off. Okay, so that gives us a green. Green needs to come round and say hello to its little friends. With slower angles. Again, I don't know what beam direction even does. Okay. That one would then say it definitely needs a steep angle to come out. Actually, you just stay down there. And fire up over there. You're purple, but we can make it red. Red goes through, perfect. Blue now needs to navigate this awkward mess of a maze. If I can get blue down there. It's a shame, but I can't get it to go through that. Because if I could... That doesn't work. Steep angle. We did it! Okay, so on that note, I think it's time to call it an episode. Thanks for watching. Join us again for some more. Goodbye.